Okay, it might just be better to do a video of Almar. So I am standing at the alleyway of, I forget what the name of this little street is, but anyway, let's just start here. Hopefully the light and the camera will show that I am on the side with the garage shop. And I think we should start here because it's the biggest mess of blackberries and piles. So I would like to see weed whacked, where there's grass. I'd like to see these dirt piles removed. They are as solid as concrete right now because of, they just are. They're like made of clay and rock, and they're maybe 6 feet by, my goodness, 15 feet. There's massive piles of dirt here. So then we've got blackberry bushes. I'm standing by the house again. I'd like to see the blackberries removed. There's an old lilac tree in here. Cut those blackberries out. Try not to touch the lilac, but to clear it out so you've got visual clearance from a side of that garage. Now, also there's blackberries and probably grapes. I can see grapevines, but get these blackberries thinned out. They are also starting to grow up and over the roof of the house. That needs to come away. I'd like to see at least a 10-foot buffer around the buildings. While we're on the subject of the roof, this is why on my list of to-dos I'd say, blow off the roofs, get that tree debris off. And then there are some fruit trees here. They're also getting overtaken by the blackberries. So, blackberry removal, be a little bit delicate with the fruit trees and vines, and dirt removal, but this dirt removal is hardcore. I don't know if they're going to need a bulldozer or what. Like I said, it feels like concrete. Okay, coming on down. Whoa. Let's see. Maybe a little bit better. Some blackberries. I don't know why, but it seems like my phone camera is not as clear as it used to be. I might have touched a setting. Blackberries are growing in these trees, so this is going to take a little bit more, I guess, delicate clearance than what my yard guy usually does. Thomas does weed whacking, but he doesn't use finesse. He's not going to try to extract the blackberries without hurting the lilac tree, for example. But yeah, these blackberries are taking over. They're taking over whatever bush this is. This landscape bush, it would be nice if it was trimmed and kind of groomed. It's just shaggy, it needs a haircut. Blackberries, again, they're just taking over. And bushes cleared, and blackberries. More blackberries. And blackberries a little bit. So here we are. Oh, these are really pretty flowers. I'd leave those, even though they've probably bloomed and now they're going to retreat. On the subject of curb appeal, I think the branches cleared on the sides. I think blackberries removed right here. So you can see there's a lot of stuff underneath the patios, and then the roof blown off. But yeah, if that stuff was removed, and then a light pressure washing, but get blackberries and personal property away and cleared. A nice 10-foot clearance would be ideal. It does look like somebody weed whacked here, so that's great. So the front looks good. And maybe just have some of these limbs trimmed up a little bit. But not bad. Yeah, it's been weed whacked. That's good. And then maybe some of the branches raked into a pile. Like those blackberries, they're going to be a pile. So might as well, I suppose, maybe have Thomas do that at the same time. And then the branches here, this is where the 1, 2, 3 dead Doug firs. right in front of your dad's place. And then a little bit of blackberry removal here. Expose the lilac tree. Remove any vehicles that are not necessary. And I don't know if you can see, but the power line here, is that power or cable? I think that's power. Yeah, my camera's not doing it good, but there's a branch. I'd remove these branches that are very close to the power lines. I'd also remove that branch that's really close to the roof. So those trees, those branches, and on the front here, the patio, your dad's patio's not that bad. Like I was saying, for the curb appeal, the cleanest off the front patios as possible, just for visual clearance, that's all it is. Have a blower blow off the pine needles and stuff off the roof. There's the little branches. There's little blackberries in the, just around the Doug firs. This is easy trimming, it's just labor intensive. I even probably nipped that little bush back away from the windows, and maybe get the Christmas lights off, and just all the little miscellaneous personal property. And hey, the Mustang's gone. That's cool. And then, not sure what about this fifth wheel. It looks decently tidy. And weed whack this little extra area. Probably limb a couple of these trees, because technically this property goes to this telephone line. I'd probably have this weed whacked and some of these trees limbed up. Visually, like, not park it out, but it kind of semi-parks it out. There is a big pile of blackberries back there. It would be nice to have that trimmed back, but it's almost like they've mowed grass around it, so it's almost like part of the landscape feature. Well, that's it for now. You know, just to go in tandem. I'm not going to go in the backyard yet, but that's it for now. That's what I'd suggest, and I'm going to send this video to Thomas also, so that he has an idea. And hopefully this is not, hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. And then maybe he can give us an estimate. Oh, give us an estimate aside from these trees, because you said your husband could do the trees and the limbs. So the weed whacking, the raking of the piles, taking the piles, putting them in a trailer. Whoa! If these guys need help with like a dump run or whatever, have them put it in a pile, ask him what it would cost to just put that stuff in the trailer. Maybe he could park his trailer, they could put it in the trailer. And I could ask him what that would cost. Oh, shoot. Darn phone. I hope this is coming through because my screen looks dark. Thank you for letting me do this video for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Oh man, I gotta get back.